Hi, Shane Saracen. It is Tip Tuesday, and we're going to talk about something very important today that I probably should have talked about a long time ago, and that is the use of earplugs. We all know that drumming is a loud endeavor, and depending on the type of drumming you're doing, it can be extremely loud, which can be damaging to your hearing. Now, truth be told up front, I do have damaged hearing. My left side is the high-end loss on that side is extreme compared to my right side. If this ear were covered and somebody was talking to me, it would sound as if they had their hand over their mouth. It's very muted. I can hear, but it's not very distinctive compared to my right side. Now, I blame this on the fact that I grew up in an era where earplugs weren't pushed that heavily. I also neglected it a little bit. But also the fact that the hi-hat and the snare are there. Every time I've been in a situation where the monitor was involved, it was over here as well. So, and most of the stuff over here, other than a China cymbal or something like that, were lower pitched versus the, a double snare or something like that, on the snare over here, snare here, and hi-hats. So that type of situation. Something's on my leg. I feel something's on me. Anyway. So I'm going to talk about earplugs today, and I'm going to just encourage you to wear them, especially when you consider the fact that I've been involved in not only marching as a youngster, but teaching marching bands for 30 plus years and whatnot. And so what I have here, this is just a jar of foam earplugs. They're pretty generic. Actually, this top pops up. Pop that. It comes off sealed. But anyway, these are just foam plugs. You kind of squeeze them, twist them, and put them in your ear. They can form and they work. These are kind of in a pinch. If you need to use them, use them. Not my favorites, and I'll tell you why. Because as a drummer, what it does bring the sound down, but what it does is it really mutes the high end. And I found that other musicians that I was playing with would say, man, you're really hitting those cymbals harder or something today. So these type of plugs change the not only the sound level you're hearing, but because you're missing it, you'll start to play a little bit heavier. They do work. They're great in a pinch. Not my favorites, but there they are. The second set I'm going to talk about is a package that I've used several times. This is from Vater. You would use this a lot with marching band at Boise State. Now, this is the way they originally came. Now they come like this, and I'll kind of put that forward. They got a little steel container that they go in. You can put it on a keychain or whatnot. They have a, I guess I won't say a necklace, but a string or something that goes around. This set's a little bit older. And they used to have a little zip bag. I've had this one for quite a long time, and I would use this with Boise State a lot because of the volume, especially when we would do some indoor related things, or whatever. And typically, what I would do with these is I just have it around my neck and I'd stick them in. Now, and then they kind of have a little bit of these layers, like the soft foam or soft rubber that you might see on a set of headphones or something like that, or similar to Swimmer's earplugs. They have an insert that you can change the amount of sound you get. I like these a lot. They're convenient, but again, because of the way the tiered system is, it blocks out a lot of sound. But because there is a hole there at the end, there's some things that get through. My only thing about the Vater earplugs is when you pull them out, make sure you twist when you pull them out so you're not creating a suction that's going to create a pop of some kind. So again, there's the Vater one, originally in a little package like this. And you can see there's some little red inserts in there. You can change them from red to green. There they are. This is what the packaging is like now. And these canisters come in black or blue or whatever, but that's what they are. Very reasonably priced and available at most of your retail music stores and drum shops and stuff. Another set that I tried, and I have another set of these, but I didn't have access to them right now. They're kind of buried away. And they're by Ear Racers is what they're called. And I picked these up at a trade show. Now, this one, I only have one in here. I'm not sure what the other one is. That's why I had to get another set. These are very difficult to see. But it's like a little rubber clear thing, and it's got a some kind of a filter in there, and it's got this thing that sticks out, and you're supposed to bring it up to your ear and just push it straight in, and voila, you have an earplug. And these work pretty well. For me, the reason I lost one of these is I need something smaller than this. My ear canal holes are very, very small, so I lost one, and then I ended up getting another set. I just don't have them available, and they're in a different container than this one came in. I'm not sure if the earplugs are in here or not. These are some Westone. These may just be, yeah, theirs are very similar to the Vader ones. I dropped one. I'll pick it up here in a little bit. These are just earplugs like this. I bought these at the NAV show one year. Very soft rubber like a headphone. They've got a filter on the end. Again, you push them in, and I have a lot of trouble with these type of earplugs. And they were by Westone, and we'll get to them in a minute. Another set of earplugs that I got with the Boise State marching band. We had some people who did a study on hearing issues, and for some reason I have trouble opening this. And I got this set, and Vibes, called Vibes. And I think they gave us a deal as a staff and some of the band members if you wanted to buy them. You can get them. I honestly haven't used these, but I'm going to open them up just so you can see them. Okay. So they have a handle, if you want to call it that, and a thing. Again, typically these type of things, it's pretty soft, it's clear. Push it in. That works pretty well. It's not bad. This would be really good in a marching situation or a very loud volume situation. Okay, I'll have to give these a try. But again, I have a hard time getting these kind of devices to stay in my ear. And these come with a nice little case that I can't even open because I'm doing it wrong. There we go. And they have some more of the outer thing. If they have a smaller one, that would be great because that's what I definitely need. And then we're going to finish off with the set that I use the most. And the set that I personally use the most, I had these ear molds made for me years and years ago in Boise, Idaho. I had my hearing tested, and that's where the guy showed me a graph. He's like, your hearing is really bad on one side. You should be wearing these. And he said, you know, there's a new kind that came out, and they're made by Westone, and they were called the ER-15s. Now I believe there's some ER-25s. But they took a mold of my ear, so I'm going to dump these out. And what they are, I'll pull this off here. Here's a mold of my ear, right? And then there's this little, this is the earplug itself. I know it's very difficult to see in this. It's a little tan thing, it's got a filter on it, and it's got a part of the back that you kind of pop in to this ear mold. And voila, you have the earplug. And they are molded to fit your ears very comfortably. And the thing I liked about these earplugs the best for me was the fact that, I think I might have that backwards, was the fact I don't have them marked anyway. Oh, there's a red dot, there you go. They allowed me to be able to sing and still hear myself very, very well. There we go. So that's a totally fit thing. I don't feel like I have to talk any louder. I didn't feel like I had to play any louder. And to me, the way I would describe this to everybody when I used it was if you took a knob on a stereo and you just turned it down. It didn't, like, I didn't lose the highs or then lose the lows or something like that. They're very unobtrusive. Again, when you do take them out of a gig, it's really loud afterwards. So I got to where if I did use them, I'd have to go outside on break just to take them out because the break music was so loud and whatnot. And usually what happened is I'd play the first set without them, at least the first 4 or 5 songs, and then when the volume would jump up and you get busy, I'd pop them in. And again, I liked them a lot because they allowed me to sing. They were by Westo. They were called ER-15s. And the doctor gave them to me at an incredible cost. I do believe they're on the pricey side, but I got them for next to nothing because I was the first set that he'd sold. He said, I'll just do a deal with you at my cost if you'll just give me your opinion of them so I can, sell them to other people. Again, I know some friends of mine have moved up to the ER-25s. Too much for me. This works very, very well. This is my favorite of what I have. It's a little soft pouch. I fit it in the pocket of my stick bag. It's like an old change purse, kind of. There they go. And you can clean the rubber off every now and then from any kind of particles or earwax or anything like that. So, that being said, when I'm sitting around the house practicing, I usually don't wear earplugs because I don't play that loud when I'm practicing. But in rock band situations, number one for me, right here, okay? In marching band, it was this, because I would usually leave this in the club. The erasers, the other ones I have, they're not bad at all. They're kind of in between those. I haven't tried the Vibes enough to tell you. My least favorite is this, but it's better than nothing. In a different video, we'll talk about some of the over-the-ear muffs or ear muffling that you can get. A lot of that's available for construction workers or people shooting guns, gun ranges and stuff like that. They actually make the drums sound pretty cool. They don't look the best, especially in a live situation, but they're very handy in a small room where, let's say, you're practicing in a basement and it's really loud. Those would work really great. But again, if I could recommend any and you got the money, I'd go for this. If you just want to spend, that $20 range or something, I'd recommend this. And the erasers, again, somewhere in between there. But earplugs can be anywhere from a few $100 to less than 10. It's up to what you want to spend and whatnot. So, but I do recommend using them, and your hearing is irreversible, so you might as well protect it while you got it. I can't bring back what I've lost, but I can keep it from going down more. So there's my advice. Get yourself some earplugs.